I'm not sure if I should do this with the light on or off. Hi guys, my name is Magali and welcome back to my channel. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle. I used to also make travel videos and I hope to get back to it sometime, but of course currently it's not really safe to travel, so I'm just staying home and creating all of these silly little things for you guys to watch. And today I am going to be doing a fragrance collection video. I really never thought I would do one of these, just for multiple reasons. I'm not really that big on fragrances on the whole. I don't really wear perfumes that often and I'm also very picky. I don't know. This has been requested on and off over the years though, and now when I was thinking of something to share with you guys this week, I thought that this would be the perfect video to finally do. I have various other collection videos on this channel before. I made a watch collection video, made 2 sunglass collection videos, and I also have a jewelry collection, so you guys can watch all of those if you would like. I'm gonna leave links in the description bar below. So today I finally put together these few fragrances. You could say these are sort of my favorites. I do have a few more, but these are the ones I would reach for on a more regular basis, and these are the ones for which I really like the scents. My tastes and preferences have changed over the years, so I have never really liked fragrances that come off as overtly feminine, and at one time I used to be all about the deeper musky male fragrances, but then I also kind of developed a little bit of like a sensitive nose, so fragrances that are really strong irritated me. And these are just a lot of different fragrances. A lot of them are just very fresh and they have some of my favorite notes. And I also have to mention, I'm saying fragrance and not perfume because these are a mix of UD perfumes, body mists, and I think there's also a fragrance oil in here. So in case you don't know what the difference is between those words and definitions, don't worry, because I don't think I knew also until my early 20s. But body mists and deodorants are kind of the lowest grade, so you'll find those to be mostly cheaper and they have a lower concentration of fragrance in them, and they're supposed to be for more regular wear. So when you go above mists and deodorants, you have EDC or UD cologne, and that is a type of fragrance which has a little bit higher concentration of fragrance. I'm saying fragrance way too much, but you guys get it, right? And above that then there's EDT or UD toilette. I'm really butchering all of the French here, you guys. I am so sorry. I hope you guys are just getting the gist of it, but that has a higher concentration of fragrance. It is stronger, it's supposed to last longer, and the price is higher. Above that you have EDP or UD perfume, and that is one of the strongest, so those will be like a really concentrated. Those will last really long and they're pricier. And then the highest grade above that is just perfume. It doesn't have any UD, and that has the highest percentage of fragrance, so it's more pure, it's more concentrated, and going to be the most expensive. I have a little bit of a sensitive nose and I do not prefer fragrances to be really strong, and that's why I actually favor body mists really often, because they give you that light refreshing fragrance, but they're also not like too overpowering to all of your senses. So here in this in this tray here I have 13 different bottles of 12 different fragrances. We are going to go over each one of them and I'll tell you a little bit about the notes and what they smell like. Well, I haven't exactly sat down and ranked each and every one. You could roughly say that I am starting off with the fragrances that I am most ambivalent about, and I'm going to build up and end with the fragrances that I love the most. And every fragrance that I talk about will be listed in the description bar below, and if it is available there will be links to purchase it as well. And now let's get started. So the first ones that I'm going to talk about are 2 body mists that I bought from Bath and Body Works quite a while ago. The first is Waikiki Beach Coconut. They describe it as a warm islandy blend of tropical white coconut, saltwater breezes and sun-bleached woods. All of the fragrance note described in here made me think I would really like this. Now if I were to describe by myself how this smells, I would say this smells exactly like a pina colada, which is a cocktail. It's usually a blend of white rum, coconut milk and pineapple. I have made this cocktail many times, especially when I'm in Goa because I'm in that mood. And this one just reminds me so strongly of a pina colada. I swear it smells exactly like that. The downside only that I find is that it's a little bit extra sweet for my nose. I tend to not like overt sweetness in my fragrances, and that's why I guess I haven't used this one that much. So the next body mist, also from Bath and Body Works, is called Endless Weekend. Okay, that doesn't work on a body mist because you can't smell it if you just spritz it in the air. They describe it as an exhilarating blend of raspberry lychee sorbet, sun-kissed magnolia and vanilla sandalwood. And I gotta say, to me this doesn't smell like any of those things, but I can't really pinpoint what it smells like either. It sounds very fruity and sweet from the description, but when I sniff it, it just smells like crisp and nice and fresh. And this is kind of a fragrance that I like better right now because it's not super strong or sweet or overpowering, but it'll just make you smell great. And the next couple of fragrances that I have are actually both the same in different forms. These are the Body Shop Black Musk fragrances. This is the UD perfume and this is the perfume oil. So these are the first proper serious fragrances that I tried from the Body Shop because I had tried their body mists before. Body Shop was really famous for making their musk perfumes because I think they were one of the first brands to use synthetic musk. They say that this is our deepest, darkest, most sensual musk. The sweet notes of bambanella, pear, pink pepper and bergamot are contrasted with the fierce black musk, and layer this with other black musk products to build the fragrance. I also had the EDT, but I finished that one off, and what I have are the most concentrated one and the oil. This perfume really does last a very long time, and the fact that it's sensual would suggest it's more of a nighttime fragrance, but I think the fragrance is pretty well balanced. You could absolutely wear this in the daytime also, as long as you don't overdo it. I remember being very excited about the perfume oil because this is not something you see from brands very often. I do think it's a nice addition if you buy the EDP or the EDT because you could layer it, and it's a nice dry oil, so it's not super greasy or anything. The next fragrance that I have is from Bulgari and it's called Goldia the Roman Night. So Goldia was like a whole lineup of different fragrances that they kept on building upon. I think this is one of their more recent ones. It can't be more than a few years old, and the notes on this are actually kind of similar to the previous Body Shop ones that I showed you guys, because this is also like a little bit woodsy, a little bit fruity and a little bit musky. You'll find notes of bergamot, black pepper and mulberry. So as I said, very similar to the Body Shop Black Musk fragrance. I would say it's ever so slightly more fruity and sweeter than the Black Musk, but otherwise I couldn't really well tell them apart. Also shout out to this bottle because I think it is particularly gorgeous. I know fragrances should be more about how they smell, but aesthetics also draw me in. The black and gold color combination on this is so classy, so good. The next fragrance I have is Guess 1981 for women. This is a really nice fresh fragrance. I love how this smells. I don't know why, it reminds me of linen, and they say that it's powdery, woody, floral and a little bit musky. It promises a strong aroma with crisp and clean top notes. So these fragrance notes aren't really scents that are familiar to me. They say it has amrit seed and violet, with a little bit of heart of pear, jasmine petals and sandalwood. I can't say that I smell these individual components in the fragrance, but I do love what they've made. It's a beautiful combination, and as I said, it's light and fresh, perfect for daytime. So now we're going to chat about a few more The Body Shop fragrances. This is from their British Rose collection and it's the EDT. It's just supposed to be a fresh, dewy rose fragrance. It just has British Rose and community trade organic alcohol. So if you're someone who tends to like simpler fragrances and you don't like your senses being assaulted, you're gonna like the Body Shop's EDTs as well as the body mists, because they're kind of more one note, and that can be a wonderful thing sometimes. It's worth noting that before I tried out the Body Shop's British Rose line, I hated the fragrance of rose so much, because the rose fragrance that's more commonly available is just very strong and synthetic-y. But there's something about this that it's just so fresh and it's not as overwhelming as most rose fragrances can be. It's not like overtly sweet or heavy. It just smells absolutely amazing. There is a little bit of sweetness, of course, but it doesn't come off as too floral to me, though like there's only rose in the fragrance and that's very floral. I love this one, and as you can see, I've finished off quite a bit of it. Also from the Body Shop now, I have their Shea Body Mist. This is also a super simple fragrance. It's just supposed to have community trade sugar and sweet nutty scented shea, which are both from Brazil. I wasn't really too familiar with the fragrance of like the shea nut or shea butter or anything like that, but it's got a little bit of a nuttiness to it also, and the sugarcane does add a little bit of extra sweetness. This is a really nice fresh fragrance. It does have a little bit of extra sugariness for my liking, which of course is obvious because sugar is one of the main notes. But I do find like sugar in fragrances to be like a little bit of a turn off. I don't know, I don't love it. Overall, this is still a nice fragrance though. I haven't actually used this one much because I've been trying to finish off the next one that I'm going to show you guys. The next Body Shop mist is absolutely one of the classics. This is probably the first body mist from the Body Shop that I've ever tried, and also one that I've repurchased. This is probably my second bottle, if not my third. I've kind of lost track, but I've almost finished this one up as well. This strawberry mist for me is just synonymous with summer. It's got the tartness of the strawberries, and then it's also got sugar, but for this fragrance I feel like the sugar is balanced too well and it's not like overtly sweet. It's long lasting, fresh and fruity, and it is infused with strawberry seed oil and sugarcane essence. I really love using this particular body mist along with the body wash, because using the wash every day and then coming out and spritzing the mist on, it's just perfect to me. This fragrance will always have a bit of a special place in my heart. The next fragrance I have is from Burberry, and it's the Burberry Touch for Women. This is one of the more classic fragrances. I think most of the other ones I have were formulated more recently. This one was formulated in the year 2000. The fragrance is supposed to be a blend of fruity, woody with a little bit of floral, and it's really fresh as well. The top notes include blackcurrant, cassis, cranberry and pink peppercorns, and there's also then rose, lily of the valley and jasmine, and then there are also warm notes of vanilla, cedarwood and oak moss. Vanilla and cedarwood together is like one of my all-time favorite combinations, and there is another fragrance that we're going to talk about that includes those two. This is lovely, light and fresh, and also one that I think is like perfect for the daytime, maybe during a special day or something, although who's to say every day is not special. Also another bottle that I absolutely love because it's just a classic design, and the whole cap is also wood, so I love the way that this looks. Next up I have a body mist from Forest Essentials. This is probably one of the plainest looking containers, but it's still one of my absolute favorite fragrances amongst anything I've ever tried. I think on the whole, Forest Essentials really puts out very, very good fragrances, and it's just really cool to see an Indian brand doing things like this. Their fragrances do not get enough of appreciation. Rose and cardamom, or elaichi, is just a very interesting combination. This does have a more like heavy and stronger fragrance of rose compared to, say, the Body Shop British Rose one, which is a lot lighter. The cardamom also probably adds to that. And when I first sniffed this, I didn't think that it would be one of the fragrances that I liked, but overall this really grew on me. And the distinction that this fragrance holds for me is whenever I've worn this, I have gotten asked about it all of the time, which never happens with any other fragrance. Like random people I'm not even close to, I just happen to be around, they have stopped me to ask about this fragrance. That has just not happened ever with anything else. And whenever it happened to me, which was like at least 3 times, I think, it was always this fragrance. There's something really interesting and special about this one. It does have alcohol like most fragrances, but the alcohol doesn't come through really strongly. So if you guys are sensitive to the alcohol scent, you might like to try out Forest Essentials. I also really like their green tea body mist. I don't have it right now, I've finished it off in the past, but I wanted to mention it anyway because it's one of my favorites. I currently am using the green tea and Oud bath and shower oil, but the mist version of that is also so good, and it is a unisex fragrance. Like, it's not overtly feminine or overtly masculine, and anybody could use it. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about now is from Kiehl's. This is a unisex fragrance. It is from the aromatic blends lineup, and this is the vanilla and cedarwood for men and women. It almost makes me sad to talk about this because while this is one of the best fragrances I've smelled in my entire life, they discontinued it, and for that very reason I kind of stopped using this because I loved it so much. I sort of wanted to hoard it, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna use this, I'm not gonna spray it because it's gonna get over one of these days and then I won't be able to repurchase it. They describe it as a woody floral musk, and this just basically features vanilla, cedarwood along with amber and iris. So this is also another fragrance that is kind of simple and it doesn't have too many notes. As I just mentioned earlier, vanilla and cedarwood are an amazing combination. I'm not sure why they discontinued this, but filming the video has helped me realize that I don't really need to be hoarding the fragrance this much. I should also enjoy it and I should use it. This is really good and surprisingly very long lasting also. And this is my final fragrance. This is the one that I chose to rank at the top, my personal best. It is the Girl fragrance by Tommy Hilfiger, not to be confused with Tommy Girl, which is a whole different fragrance. And as soon as I saw the bottle only, I was really attracted to this one. It's very nautical, and I'll always have a soft spot for nautical. I really like the design of it. It's got this like opaque glass that goes into like a transparent ombre on the top. It's got a gold cap which reminds you of those gold buttons on old school nautical blazers, and then of course you have the blue and red and the anchor on the front. The fragrance is supposed to be lively and fresh, and it evokes mild sunny days near the sea coast. The main accords are green, woody, floral and fresh. I think that's a pretty good description. To me, this just smells lovely and a little bit salty and a little bit sweet, and I can get like a little bit of an aqua note also to it because it's supposed to be like a seaside inspired fragrance. So good, like the perfect fragrance. That's all I have to say. So that was it for my little fragrance collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Actually, sitting and getting these together has helped me realize that I have a lot of fragrances. I don't use them enough. I've mentioned before how they're not really a part of my regular routine. I do usually keep some mists close to the main door of the house. Sometimes while stepping out, I will remember to spritz something on, but most of the time I just don't put anything on. And that's why so many of these haven't been used that much, and I think that's something I should change. Right now we are not going out anywhere, but still I think the idea of putting one of these fragrances on when you're getting into work mode or once you get out of the shower, it just make you feel so good, because I've always believed that fragrances are more for the person wearing it than for people around them. Like, that is an added bonus, but when I put on a fragrance, it's something that I should like smelling. If you've gotten to the end of this video, I'd love to know what is your favorite fragrance of all time. Anything. I just love to know what notes you like and just what attracts you, because fragrances can be just so highly subjective. Leave me a comment below and let's chat. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.